Tonight, more updates on the coronavirus and where it is spreading now.
And what it all means for Cougs. Murrow News 8 starts now.
From the Northwest Public Broadcasting Studios on the campus of Washington State University, this is Murrow News 8.
Good evening, I'm Grace Arness.
And I'm Luke Hudson. Welcome to Murrow News 8.
WSU faculty members are training for the possibility of teaching classes without meeting students face-to-face. According to an email sent to all WSU students about the COVID-19 coronavirus, WSU is the only college in the state on the semester system. This means classes are unlikely to be canceled because doing so may affect credits and graduation. More information will be posted to the WSU COVID-19 website, wsu.edu/COVID-19.
Students from Eastern Washington University won't be taking their finals in person. An email was sent out to students telling them that all finals will be taken online instead of in person. Students won't have to go on campus starting the week of March 16th. While Eastern doesn't have any cases of COVID-19 yet, they said this change is precautionary by limiting face-to-face interactions and helping relieve stress, but letting students get back to their families.
Governor Jay Inslee will not be holding any public bill signings for the rest of the legislative session. According to the News Tribune, Inslee's legislative director, Drew Shirk, announced the decision to legislators today. Shirk said in a statement that the decision is, quote, one extra precaution we're taking to maintain public health standards, unquote. People can still view the bill signings online at TVW.
In Washington, 22 people have died from COVID-19. According to King 5 News, 20 people have died in King County, 1 person in Snohomish County, and 1 person in Grant County. There are 162 confirmed cases of COVID-19 in the state. Clark, Kittitas, Pierce, and Jefferson counties have all reported at least 1 confirmed case of COVID-19. King 5 News reports that officials from Life Care Centers say of 180 employees, almost 70 have been showing symptoms and have been isolated.
CBSN New York announced today that the number of confirmed cases has reached 142 in New York State, which means the state surpasses Washington for the most cases in the United States. Most cases in New York are in Westchester County. The New York City and Nassau County have the second and third most cases. Governor Andrew Cuomo said New York State is implementing a policy where if a person at any school tests positive, that school will be closed for at least 24 hours for an assessment and make a determination about longer closures.
According to the New York Times, Prime Minister Giuseppe Conte of Italy has extended restrictions on movement to the entire nation, banning public gatherings and telling people not to travel except for work or emergencies. Now, all of Italy's 60 million people are under restrictions that previously only applied to the northern part of the country.
CNBC announced today that the World Health Organization director said, quote, now that the virus has a foothold in so many countries, the threat of a pandemic has become very real. While the virus is slowing in China, where it originated in December, it's picking up pace across other parts of the world, spreading to more than 100 countries, end quote.
NBA officials will speak on Wednesday to talk about whether or not they will close games to fans for the rest of the season due to COVID-19. According to a memo sent to franchises, the NBA is asking teams to identify only essential staff to bring to games. In Italy, all sporting events are currently taking place until April 3rd. Last Saturday, Japanese sporting events took place without spectators. And just in the last hour, major North American sports such as the NHL, MLB, MLS, and NBA will restrict access to the locker rooms and clubhouses in light of COVID-19.
Gonzaga student and military member Michael Schaefer should be on his way to Europe, but now his trip is canceled, and he is out of $2,200. Schaefer is in the process of earning his master's in clinical mental health counseling and was planning to attend a conference with the International Therapy Association. Last week, the Swiss government canceled the conference due to COVID-19. The airline Schaefer was going to fly on canceled the flight, and due to the fact that Schaefer booked through a third party, he is currently unable to receive a refund.
According to KHQ, the Pullman Police Department has located Zoe LaRosa. La Rosa had been missing since February 10th and was expected to be in the Pullman area. The police department thanks everyone who helped locate her.
According to an ABC News, a Tennessee hospital will not charge any medical fees for the 82 patients who were affected by the tornado last week. Cookeville Regional Medical Center said the people who were treated after the storm that ripped through Nashville and other central Tennessee counties will not be billed. Instead, the hospital will bill each patient's insurance company and accept the insurance's payment as payment in full. When we return, Zach Miller has the weather.
And a look ahead to elections. We will be right back.
We are nearing spring break here at WSU. Zach Miller will let us know if we need to go find some warmer weather.
Well, Grace, as you can tell, today was actually a really nice day with mostly sunny skies as we hit a high of 46 degrees. But later into tonight, we will get down to 27 degrees, which could create a little icy commute tomorrow. So make sure to leave a little early before so you can scrape off your cars. As we go into tomorrow, we're going to see relatively same weather as today with partly cloudy skies and a high of 51 with some wind gusts getting up to about 14 miles per hour. As we go into the map of Washington, you can see that Seattle and Olympia had relatively the same weather today as they enjoyed a nice hot sunny day, which is not always common around that time. As we go to Yakima, they had the hottest weather on this map with 54 degrees being the high and the low of 25. The Tri-Cities had relatively the same weather, but as we go up to Spokane, you can see that they had a high of 48, but they will be expecting some rain and possible snow showers as the night continues, with it being 26 degrees as the low. That could create some icy commutes tomorrow. As we go into the 5-day forecast, you can see Wednesday will be the hottest with 53 degrees and some wind gusts, which will bring in a cloud cover on Thursday. And on Friday, you might expect to see some snow showers in the forecast. That's all for weather. Back to you guys at the desk.
Thanks, Zach. Senator Bernie Sanders and former Vice President Joe Biden hit the campaign trail today despite COVID-19 concerns. 6 states will vote tomorrow: Idaho, Mississippi, Michigan, Missouri, North Dakota, and Washington. Joining us live from Terrell Mall, Murrow News 8 reporter Caitlin Rappel has more on the primary elections. Caitlin?
Thank you, Luke. As you can see behind me on campus, there is a booth set up that allows students to register to vote as well as print out ballots. Well, nationally, Joe Biden has received key endorsements recently from former rivals Kamala Harris and Cory Booker. Despite early concerns for the Biden campaign, it has gained momentum. And after a disappointing Super Tuesday from Bernie Sanders, Sanders is now focusing his efforts in Michigan. Sanders won the 2016 Democratic primary in Michigan and has recently intensified attacks against Biden over trade. Michigan will be the most populous state to vote tomorrow with 125 delegates and will be the first big Midwestern state to vote. Well, that's all from me, Caitlin Rappel, Murrow News 8. Back to you guys at the desk.
Last night, ASWSU candidates debated student involvement, mental health services, and political participation. A large point of disagreement for the candidates was the use of mental health resources on campus. The ticket of Curtis Cohen and Sean Doster thought campus mental health services simply aren't used. However, candidates Kylie Waddell and Donovan Velez-Foucault thought the issues of mental health lies in the lack of appointments available to students.
ABC announced that as winter comes to a close, the final full moon will light up the sky tonight. The full worm moon, also known as a super worm moon, appears larger and brighter than other full moons and will reach peak fullness around 2 p.m. Eastern Time. The nickname worm moon stems from this particular time of year when earthworms emerge from the ground.
Coming up, a weekend update of sports.
Ariel Yakabazi with all things sports when Murrow News 8 returns.
Me and my boy Matt had it good. He had catnip that was off the hook. But one day, he brings a girl home, and she's allergic to cats. Every sneeze was a nail in my coffin. Now I'm in a shelter. It's decent, but they don't even have Wi-Fi.
Welcome back to Murrow News 8. I'm Ariel Yakabazi with your sports. The Cougs swept the University of Niagara in their home opener this weekend. This is the first sweep since 2018 of April, according to the Daily Evergreen. WSU completed their sweep of the Purple Eagles with a 15-2 win on Sunday afternoon in Pullman. The stars of the game include first baseman Kyle Manzardo, who had 2 hits, a 2-run homer, 2 walks, and 5 runs scored. Right fielder Colin Montez hit a 3-run home run in the first inning on Sunday afternoon. In the world of tennis, the number 39th ranked Cougs swept past number 45 Utah on Sunday morning 5-0. With this win, the Cougs improved to 11-3 in the season and 2-0 in the conference play. Utah falls to 11-5 and 0-2. The WSU women's golf team will tee off today at the Meadow Club Invitational in Fairfax, California, hosted by the University of San Francisco. Darcy Habgood is now cleared to play after sitting out in the second and third rounds of the team's last tournament, the Bruin Wave Invitational, due to an injury. Head coach Kelly "Cammy" Murrow said, quote, "Our goal is to get one day better every day," end quote. Cammy Murrow also said the team's goal is to place a player in the top 5 of every tournament in the future. An unfortunate weekend for the WSU men's basketball team. The Cougs lost 74-83 against the Arizona State Sun Devils. This brings the Cougs 6-12 in the Pac-12, and the Sun Devils are now 11-7. The results of this win also assures the Sun Devils 3 straight trips to the NCAA tournaments for the first time since the 60s. That's all I've got for sports. Back to Luke and Grace.
27 people were indicted in New York.
The reason why may surprise you. Find out next on Murrow News 8.
So, I just moved in with his family, and it's embarrassing. The little one, he likes to go outside and crawl around in the giant litter box. I don't know what he's doing. I mean, I was born and I knew how to use the litter box. Look at that. That's disgusting. Oh, poop already. You're making me nervous. Oh, okay, I can't look at this anymore. I really hope he grows out of this, for his sake.
27 horse trainers were federally indicted following allegations of an organized plan to dope racehorses. According to ABC News, prosecutors say the plan to deceive regulators has left at least 1 horse dead. According to court documents obtained by ABC, veterinarian Louis Grasso allegedly manufactured, purchased, sold, shipped, delivered, and received and administered thousands of false prescriptions provided by vets participating in the plan.
I'm Grace Artis. Thank you for watching Murrow News 8. Good night.